and look where I'm at now. I mean, I'm not the biggest star in the world, but I definitely am a lot farther than what I would be if I would have went to that NCW show. Just we're after intermission. Trent walks in like 10 minutes after intermission, like 10 minutes before intermission ends, and was like, "Yo, cuz, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Feel the crowd, kid. We're gonna feel the crowd, kid." And I could tell he was gone. But, like, Trent was awesome. I loved watching, like, the Sick Nick Mondos and the Wife Beaters and frickin' Zandig and stuff. Zandig was still impressed with my hops, so he was like, "You know what, kid? Tonight it was supposed to be Ruckus versus Sabian, but I'm changing it. It's you versus Sabian. Go out there, show you what you could do. Oh, yeah. Standing 450. Me and Ricochet got picked up after that Evolve show to do the next night, which was Dragon Gate USA, the Enter the Dragon. It was really fun to work with Austin Aries. Like, you know, like he was a little angry about ROH at the time and everything. Hey, bro. I'm like, who's this? This is Sami. And I'm like, who the fuck is it? Who? Sami who? Sami Callihan. We got a match this Saturday. We're fucking working, bro. It's like, oh fuck, I'm scared as hell, because he had just got off a Cage of Death,
right,
which was one of the most brutal matches I ever seen in my life. I was shitting my pants. I love Rob Van Dam. Legit is my favorite wrestler. It goes Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, and nothing on Rob Van Dam, but AR Fox takes it to a whole nother level. AR Fox was in ECW back in the day. Like, people would be like, Sabu who? Because AR Fox is that much more nuts. Roderick Strong, legit, another one who's like amazing in the ring. Like, chops hard as hell, but amazing in the ring. He complained about me scratching his hand with my fingernails. They're pretty sharp. Well, I just cut them, but before they were pretty long, and I scratched them, maybe gigged them a little bit, but we went in there and we killed it.
I love The Undertaker and I love Sting, like both that paranormal type like guys. Sting in WCW, Undertaker in WWF, WWE, whatever you want to call it. They were the two guys I always looked into the most. And then like getting older, I like guys like Vader and Stan Hansen and like the big, just nasty guys that just beat people up. My first like 6 months in the business at HWA, I got to work Chad Collier, Nigel McGuinness, BJ Whitmer, like all these amazing guys. So like I couldn't have like asked for a better thing like getting into the business. Les Thatcher screaming at me one day, "Kid, you're fat as shit. You're never gonna amount to anything in the wrestling business, huh? Unless you lose some weight." A lot of people don't want to go out and say it, but IWA Mid-South pretty much stole all of their talent from IPW. Ricochet, Chuck Taylor, Irish Airborne, me, Drake, Scotty, all of us came from IPW in Indianapolis. And Ian, being a smart guy, he was like, I'm going to take all this young talent and pretty much just use IPW as a feeder fed, and then just whoop, right out from under him, steal them all, like one fail swoop. As soon as any guy started picking up steam, he's gonna be like, "Oh, kid, come here, I'm gonna give you some money, I'm gonna book you." And like how he used me and like gave me these opportunities, I was able to go to Mid-South, I was able to go to CZW, I was able to go to Shikara, and like it just kind of went from, honestly, if you work them the same way you work everyone else, you're gonna get over. People go in there with too much expectations and try to do too much stuff instead of working on themselves and getting themselves over, and that's where people fail, when they try too hard there. And when they try too hard there, they got eaten up by those fans. But if you don't let those fans eat you up, they'll respect you. Fairgrounds in Dayton, but it just, me and Ring of Honor never really clicked. And then once things started picking up, and it was either go to Dragon Gate or Ring of Honor, when I really had the opportunity, I probably could have went to Ring of Honor, but like I chose Dragon Gate because he goes, "You know what?" And he goes, "I respect this kid." He goes, because he took my ass beating when honestly, like, he shouldn't have got this ass beating because it wasn't his fault. Like, and I took his ass beating, and I said thank you after the match, and I went on to the finals match and wrestled one more match and another brutal match. Crowd freaking is angry. And then John Zandig pulls down the money because it was like a $10,000 winner gets $10,000, pulls out in this bag of money, and he has real money in there. And we're like, holy shit, there's real money in this bag. And he's like, "Here's your bonus," and gives us all like $700, $800. And at that point, I was like, "Holy shit! CZW's the greatest company ever." We got to the back, and me and Drake's hugging. Drake like, "Man, I'm gonna buy these presents from a family. Like, this is the greatest Christmas ever." And the Andy comes up and goes, "Oh, it's fake money." We're like, "Oh, damn it!" It's gonna help you out eventually, like. Because like I helped Moxie get into CZW, and then I helped him get into WXW, and then like he was in Dragon Gate. He started putting me over to Gabe, and he helped me get in Dragon Gate, and like so it's all like helping each other out. A nurse came back and got me, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna take you." And they're like, "Have they told you what's up?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, your friend Matt's gonna be a vegetable if he even lives. Like, his brain is flooded with blood right now. His brain, like, he had a brain hemorrhage and it flooded his brain. His brain's drowning in his own blood, and like, he hasn't responded to anything. We're gonna do a couple more tests. And I remember I called his dad. Danny wipes his wrist in the blood and then comes up to the crowd. So now it looks like his taped wrist that I just ripped the tape off, which was covered in blood. Now that area right there has no blood on it before I cut it. Boom. Now it's covered in blood. So it looks like he's really been switchblading the wrist. The entire locker room clears and almost a riot occurs. I have to be escorted out the front door, and there are fans chasing me down the road, throwing trash and throwing bottles at me. Not only did they have the death matches, but the thing that really drew me in was these crazy cruiserweight matches they had, like Sanjay Dutt and M-Dog 20 and Ruckus and Trent Acid. I was like, this is the greatest wrestling company I've ever seen. Like, this is where I want to wrestle. Never talked to them about working with Chikara a day since, and I think I maybe talked to Quack maybe twice. Like, said, hello, how you doing? I'm good to go. But honestly, like, I'm not shitting on Chikara. Like, a lot of good guys come from Chikara, and like, Chikara has its own niche.
Hey, Sammy. And I was just playing it. He was like, yeah, we're cool.
I was like, I love this kid now. I was like, Rich, like, you're coming over to my house this weekend.
Yep, and I came over to his house that weekend, and just fucking, we chilled all week, fucking, and we've been friends ever since. Yeah, we got on that gay stuff. We made that chocolate vanilla Swann.
That's all. Like, we still play wrestling video games. We still watch wrestling DVDs. We still watch Raw. We still watch SmackDown.
All the time.
Because we love wrestling. Like, I don't even talk about anything other than wrestling. Like, wrestling, and Rich Swann playing random guitar, and me and him having random rap battles. I'm getting better.
Might as well just talk about it right now. We're going to talk about the GTG.
The GTG!
Shit.
This guy in front of us, he's like looking at this woman. He's like, yeah, I'm going to turn around. So she's like, okay, and like he turns around, like he goes out, and then Sammy's like, oh yeah, me too, I'm gonna turn around. He turns around and gets right in front of this bitch, you know what I'm saying?
And she's in the mirror like, you son of a bitch!
You know what I'm saying? Like the gas station's right there. We legit waited like 5 minutes for gas. Like,
That's awesome.
We got so lucky.
And we were
As the guy's getting hauled off by the cops in the gas station
Yeah,
we don't know what for.
There.
He was probably stealing gas, or he may have cut in line too. A random four-way in front of no one that knew who we were. Me, Swann, Pac, and Brody Lee.
Getting off the guy I pinned, like turning over, and there's Shima, and boom, we just hugged and stuff. Like it was like literally like, instantly there he is, and like I was trying not to cry, but it was just so. Brody's there, like Brody Lee. I'll hook your leg for a suplex, you know what I'm saying? And we'll just like we'll suplex all the way down the rafters. I'm like, all right, yeah, that sounds cool. We get up there, he suplexes me, I just lets go, he starts falling down the rafters.
Larry Dallas busts his ass. Like, so he does do some
Cuts a hell of a
stupid
promo.
shit.
He's annoying a lot of the times, but he does a lot
He's
of stuff.
one of the best talkers in the business going today.
Out of nowhere, Chuck Taylor gets ripped out of the shot, like, into the darkness.
And Larry Dallas is just proceeding to choke Chuck Taylor out.
No, he jumped on him. Chuck Taylor got out. They were tussling on the ground, like.
No,
rolling.
Larry had him in a chokehold, and I pulled Larry off.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, he did.
Just finish the story.
Go
He
ahead.
didn't have him in a
Finish
choke.
it.
They were tussling around on the
Yeah,
ground.
I'm in a choke.
They get up, they separate. Larry Dallas says something to Chuck, and Chuck just burns like this. I'm like, onward birds, fly on onwards to your next destination.
And I just started rolling. I don't know why it was so funny.
And it's awesome in Japan. He had like his own song.
Yeah, he had this song, like, that started out, it was like, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh. It was awesome.
Jing, jing, jing the sky. Over Alex Cologne.
Because you suck, Alex. You suck.
Straighten up your mustache, Alex.
Yeah. He looks over Alex. He goes, Alex, where else can you go and get ice cream with fucking gummy bears? Like,
This is Rob Feinstein from RF Video, joined with Sami Callihan and Rich Swann.